What up, Dokkaners? LR Trunks and Gohan details are here. Spoiler alert, it is an INT LR, and it is a Bond of Master and Disciple lead. So before we take a look at the unit details, let's check out the full animation. Sweet, shall we? We'll start with the dub, and then we'll switch over to sub. All right, here we go. Oh, I like how 1718 and 1718 is actually in the card art. I didn't even realize that. I will protect Earth. No, you won't. That's a straight rip from the INT Android, or the INT Gohan, right? The TUR. That's the tech android's attack, just to kill Gohan. Here's the revive exchange.
Trunks, you're humanity's last hope.
Gohan!
Why don't they keep the screaming for longer? That what? Dude.
With this power, I will defeat you once and for all!
Bro. That is going to look so good at double speed. But hang on, before I switch over to the sub, I saw an impact frame that I thought was Gohan Super Saiyan 2 Kamehameha. I just need to see something. Oh, it's okay. It kind of looked like Gohan's, like when Gohan finally does that final push, Goku's like, do it now, and then Gohan does it and then kills Cell. It kind of looked like that. Okay. All right, so that is the animation overall. I gotta say, it looks good, but because it's slower and I'm not used to the game, like the animations running slower, it feels a little odd. But I'm sure like when it runs at double speed, it's gonna look really good. But this, like, they put all of their budget into the Trunks portion of the animations. This is just so freaking cool. All right, and then this, oh, I love it. All right, so let's switch over and check out the sub. So that would just be when he dies. Right here. Oops.
トランクス、君は最後の希望だ。ごはんさん。いやー！
ああ。Maybe it's got to do something with like the game. They just can't have a long persistent scream. Like it's the same issue with Blue Kaioken. They don't have a scream at all. But like, why don't they hold the screams longer? There's so much weight behind that moment. Like you want that scream, that ear-splitting scream. Bro, what is this?
こそお前たちを倒す。魔戦
I think I like the sub a little bit more during the father-son student teacher Masenko, but they both sounded good because I think they have Eric Vale back as Trunks. All right, so let me know what you guys think about the animations, the voice acting overall. Now let's take a look at the unit details. Also, we got some content coming up. So this guy, once again, Carnival unit, Bond of Master and Disciple. I think we called this Bond of Master and Disciple, key +4 to 20%. There's a lot of stuff to unpack here. So let's start with the super attack. Oh, geez. All right, so super attack. Greatly raise defense for 3 turns. Cause colossal damage to the enemy. 18 key. Greatly raise attack and defense for 1 turn. Causes mega colossal damage to the enemy and greatly lowers attack. And now let's move back to the passive. Attack and defense +150. By the way, guys, I am doing World Tournament while we do this, so forgive me if I repeat myself. Attack and defense +150. Bond of Master and Disciple. Allies, attack and defense +150. Nope. See? That's what I'm saying. Attack and defense +50. I looked down and then I looked up. Launches an additional super attack. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type. AGL and INT excluded to rainbow. Okay, so now this combined with this combined with the INT Trunks from the World Tournament, this combined with the AGL Trunks, this works because now they are both changing physical to rainbow and this guy's changing AGL and INT to rainbow. So now you're just gonna have rainbow orbs all over the place with all of those characters doing that orb changing. That's cool. Wait, did AGL Trunks change it to physical to rainbow or just AGL to physical to AGL? That's what it was. Okay, wait, so if he's doing that, okay, so then if Trunks is first, he would start the chain of events. He would transform the physicals to AGL, and then this Trunks would change those AGLs and INTs into rainbows. So that could that'll still lead to a lot of rainbow key spheres. Anyway, let's continue. Per Bond of Master and Disciple category allies on the team, key +3 up to 9, attack and defense +50% up to 150, chance to crit and damage reduction +20% up to 60. Only 3 characters. That's good because I think Bond of Master and Disciple as a category overall isn't that strong. I think we talked about that. When attacking with 18 or more key, attack +200%. For 1 turn from character's entry, guards all attacks, crit and damage reduction +20%, plus an additional chance to crit and damage reduction 10%, and all allies attack +30% as the first attacker in a turn. 1 turn guard. I mean, that's just, yeah, that's probably because we want to get the revive going. For 3 turns from the character's entry, launches an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super. When the character or an ally attacking in the same turn is KO'd, if there is another Bond of Master and Disciple category ally on the team starting from the 3rd turn from the character's entry, revives with 58% HP recovered by exchanging with Super Saiyan Trunks Youth Future. And then after an ally's revival skill is activated, attack +200%, attack and defense +200%, and guards. I see. So if this Trunks, like if you actually execute the revive where this guy turns into Trunks, you bypass this altogether and you just move into the Trunks. But if somebody else revives in place instead of this guy, then this unit permanently stays as Gohan and gets permaguard and gets an extra attack and defense +200%. I like that actually. That's a good like contingency in case something like that were to happen. And then I think we have something here. Yes, if there's another Bond of Master and Disciple, right, this is the revival. Okay, so now let's check out the Trunks. Okay, Trunks, post-revival. Greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal, massively raises attack and greatly raises defense for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. No comma, no perma. That is all a temporary boost. Now we look at the passive. Key +9, attack and defense +250. Chance to crit, dodge, and damage reduction 30%. Bond of Master and Disciple or Future Saga category allies, attack and defense +50. Randomly changes key spheres of a certain type, AGL INT excluded into rainbow. When activating the active skill or when attacking with 18 or more key, attack and defense +250. as the second or third attacker in a turn, chance to crit and chance to dodge plus 50%. Survives KO attacks up to once within the turn. Ooh, okay. That's good. Last time we saw that was with like a Majin character, right? When attacking as the second or third attacker in a turn, launches 2 additional attacks, each of which has a high chance of becoming a super. When there is another Bond of Master and Disciple or Future Saga category ally on the team, attack and defense plus 150, launches an additional super attack. Permanently, all allies defense plus 30% when HP is 30% or less after receiving an attack. Ew. Okay. I mean, I guess that's pretty clutch. It's not going to happen all that much, hopefully, but that'll still be clutch. Okay. Recovers 15% HP at the end of the turn after receiving an attack. You got an active skill here. This is the crazy animation. Masenko can be activated when there's another Bond of Master and Disciple or Future Saga ally attacking in the same turn or starting from the next attacking turn. Massively raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage to the enemy, and within the turn activated, all attacks become crits and dodges enemies' attacks. So guaranteed dodge. Okay, so let's recap here because there's a lot going on. So when this guy starts, you are looking at, assuming all conditions are firing, you are looking at 30%. You're looking at 90% crit. You're looking at 90% damage reduction. Guard for the first turn. Only guard for the first turn. Then a couple of turns, you're not going to have it. But then you are greatly raising defense multiplicatively with his super attack over the course of 3 turns. And you've got your primary super, secondary super. Then you've got a third super. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, potentially 4 supers that you could be launching per turn. So you're looking at 90% damage reduction on the first turn with guard. After that, the next couple of turns, you would have 60% damage reduction, but you would still have all that extra defense. So he's going to be looking pretty tanked out. And then if he still gets you killed, then you revive into a guy who focuses more on offense. He kind of like disregards defense and goes for just, you know, blitzing. And this guy then gets 80% crit in slot 2. He has 30% damage reduction, and he's got 80% dodge. Both units have support. This guy can launch your primary super, potentially 2 more with this, and then a third one. So that would be 4 supers, plus your hit potential could be 5 supers. He survives a KO attack. In the clutch, he can give team defense, and he has a turn with guaranteed crit and guaranteed dodge. This guy looks very interesting. This guy looks very interesting, and he looks like he's going to be a lot of fun to use. 80% dodge. Yeah, I like this guy. Your ultimate slot 1, you start off as a shield, and then when the shield cracks and breaks, you turn into a sword. This guy looks like he's going to be so much freaking fun. And the best part of all of this is that they have a contingency. If your revive fails or doesn't happen, this unit will still be a decent functioning unit, because full guard, attack and defense 200%, that's going to be permanent. And your fallback after the first turn with the extra bonuses, your fallback is still 60% damage reduction, 60% crit. Like, this guy is still fine without transforming. This unit looks good. This unit looks good. Of course, you won't be able to render final judgment until you get to see the unit in action, but from what I'm seeing, I'm a liking. So there you go. Let me know what you guys think about the LR Gohan Trunks exchange character. Not reversible exchange, one-way exchange. Let me know in the comments down below. Let's take a look at the categories, actually. Wait, how do we check that? Bond of Master Disciple, Hybrid Saiyans, Future Saga, Goku's Family, Super Saiyans, Android Cell Saga, All Out Struggle. Oh, wait, you know what? Connected Hope, Bond of Parent Child, Earthbred Fighters, Demonic Power, Powerful Comeback, Entrusted Will. This pushes more so Bond of Master and Disciple and Future Saga, not Android Cell Saga. So that's a bit of a bummer. Wanted more Android Cell Saga stuff. I mean, this guy fits on Android Cell Saga. You just have to make sure to bring characters that also fit this. So if you're running like Android Cell Saga / Future Saga, you got to bring some Trunkses in there, some Cells, or the Tech Android 1718, which you probably would do anyway. So yeah, I like this. This looks good. Look, I've seen some people say we've been here before. We've done this before. Dokkan, I mean, look, Dragon Ball has nothing new except for Daima. These idiots won't do that. So Dokkan has to start repeating on other stuff. I would rather they do this and do it right. You know, like if they do this and course correct on their mistakes, I would rather they do that. Of course, I would love, you know, newer scenarios, newer characters and all that stuff. But if they're going to do things like this, I don't mind it as long as they make it right. Also, this is my favorite movie / special ever. More so than Dragon Ball Super Broly, more so than superhero anything. I love the history of Trunks. So them doing this and it looks like it's done right. This makes me happy. So let me know what you guys think down below. I will say what's cool about this, like, let's just say we do get the Trunks and Gohan exchange EZA as well. That revive exchange better be good. What leader skill is that? Was that Bonder Master Disciple as well? I think so. Yeah. Because what's going to make this even sweeter is if this unit also has a killer revive exchange, then it's like a pick your poison, right? And if that's the case, this will probably end up being the one that you have to go with, because I don't think they'll do the contingency revive thing for both of these characters. They're not going to add that for this guy. Maybe they do. Maybe I don't think so. I think this guy will probably have to be the one that you would have to go to for the revive. But let's just see if they do it, because in terms of content coming up, there's nothing so far about EZAs, which they typically don't show here. But let's hope that we do get the EZA for this guy, and let's see how good it is. It better be good. And also, it better be good because a lot of people are probably going to be skipping this banner. I know it's double rates, and that's tempting and all, but I still think a lot of people should skip. Most people should skip. And if this unit is good, then you have a good Gohan Trunks at home, right? You don't necessarily have to have the new guy. You can have this one. So yeah, new content coming up. We got new quest stages coming up. So be on the lookout, because we could be potentially looking at the new best link level stage. So we will discuss that when that releases. Also, I don't believe these are... Is this a new asset? I'm not sure. But yeah, stay tuned. So we'll see what's going on with that. We got ESBR time limit. We are almost done with this set. So whatever that... Which support memory we're working on? It's almost done. And then we got a new burst mode. Androids from a hellish future. Is that the Tech Android 1718 Dokkan event? Let me look that up real quick. Yeah, it's this one. So new burst mode, it'll just be, oh, just 2 stages? Oh, that'll be nice. Kind of. Okay. And then the last thing for JP players, global players, we're not getting this just yet. JP players, you are also going to be getting version 5.32.0. I believe this should be dropping with the upcoming data download. So real quick, just recapping, it's the new rank change. Oh my God, global's not getting this, man. See, this is the type of stuff that makes me mad about Dokkan. Stupid dumbos. I get, oh my God, we should be doing this at the same time, man. Anyway, JP's getting this rank upgrade from 999 to 12000. So happy for you guys. And then you're also getting a change in your, what is this, like your info panel up at the top during the home screen. So they're changing that as well. In addition, your combat power will increase according to the difficulty level when you increase your rank or clear an event. Okay, so yeah, it's more comprehensive. So anyway, there you go. Happy for your JP players, blah, blah, blah. Dokkan, you guys are a bunch of dummies. Can't give global that stuff at the same time. Anyway, who cares? We are mostly excited for the Trunks. This animation is peak. Everything is peak. You're awesome. Dokkan is awesome, minus when they're stupid. And I'm looking forward to it. Don't summon. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like down below. Leave in the comments your thoughts on the Gohan Trunks unit. Animations, how are they? Unit details, how are they? I love the unit. This unit could easily be one of the best units in the game. I really hope it is, because enough Gogeta glaze. Let's expand the glaze to other units. You know what I'm saying? Let me know your thoughts overall about the unit. Everything in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you'll let you know you want to see more myself do it. Thanks again. Stay tuned, and remember to Dokkan responsibly.